Imagine cutting your 40-hour work week down to just 10 hours. And that's exactly what people have been doing in 2025. And not because they're smarter or maybe they're luckier, but they know which AI tools to use. But here's the twist. It's just not about the tools. It's about who controls them. Either it's you or it's somebody else who uses those tools will then control you in the near future. And by the end of this video, you will understand how to make sure it's the first one. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s or 40s, or whether you're building a career or a business, or you're just trying to rebuild your life. Even if you're broke, you'll exactly know how to use these tools and get ahead. Well, so without wasting any more time, number one, Gemini, Google's AI brain. Think of it as Google's answer to ChatGPT, but supercharged with live search, multimodal reasoning, and integrations across your life. Now, if you're in your 20s, you can use Gemini to not only summarize the lectures, but quiz you back with practice questions. So let's say you're 25 and maybe you have your own business. You've probably just started your own business and you're wondering how you can use Gemini. So one good example would be that Gemini can analyze your competitors by pulling out fresh data, then suggest 3 angles for your next ad campaign. That's how powerful AI is right now. It's equal to a whole team and it'll do everything much better. Now let's say you're in your 30s and you're now expecting a promotion, maybe to a mid-senior level. Let's say you're applying for a director role or a senior manager role or a deputy manager role, and you're wondering what difference can you make in the next big meeting. So Gemini can prepare talking points for your next big meeting, and it will be backed by the latest market data, which matters a lot for positions like these. And that's how you can use Gemini. Or maybe if you're rebuilding your life, let's say you have quit your job, or maybe you've quit your business and now you're trying to start from scratch. You're trying something different, something fresh, something where you can settle down and make it big. So what Gemini can do is Gemini can literally act like a coach for you. It will help you mapping the skills you already have to the new career opportunities, to the new business niches, to the new segment that you're looking to venture into. Well, next comes ChatGPT, and needless to say, everybody knows what ChatGPT is. I think it's one of the most used AI tool right now across the globe. Doesn't matter whether you're from UK, US, Canada, China, and almost every person is using ChatGPT these days. So let's say you've just finished college and now you are job hunting. The first thing that we all think of is a good solid resume with a cover letter. While a lot of people are already using it, what you may or may not know is that you can save your resume in the ChatGPT's memory, and using that memory, you can always ask it to rewrite resumes specific to any role that you're applying for, plus the cover letter. There were days when we used to hire people. There were days when we used to hire professionals to write our resumes and cover letter, but that's no longer needed. And the good part is that ChatGPT is free of cost. So as someone who has just finished the college, you don't really have to worry about the money part. Then someone who's 25 and above, and probably let's say they are in sales or maybe they are into customer support services, what you can probably do is that you can use ChatGPT to connect to your CRM and draft tailored emails after every call. You can do that. You can integrate ChatGPT into your CRM, any CRM that you're using in your office. There are a lot of integrations that can happen, not just emails, but you can do a lot of WhatsApp integrations, and there are many integrations that you can do. But that gets very technical. Let's not deep dive into that. The point is that you can use ChatGPT for these things as well. Now, let's say you're trying to rebuild your career and you're looking for that next big interview, and you're worried as to what story are you going to share about your past achievements and why did you quit the job or why did you had that career break. It's very simple now. What you can do is you can feed in your past achievements in ChatGPT and ask it to craft a very strong and some sort of emotional story, or probably an inspiring story based on those achievements and based on your personal life. And it'll give you a very, very strong story that you can share when you're at the interview, which will make a whole lot of difference compared to when you go unprepared. So let's say you're in your 40s and you're running a local business. What you can do is you can, feed in your brand voice and FAQs. Basically, you can feed in ChatGPT with your business hours, your professional way of talking, your tone. You can just use your human language and feed everything to it and add it to the memory. And how is it going to help you is every time you get an email or a WhatsApp or something from the customer, you can directly copy that email to ChatGPT and ask it to reply. And it will reply exactly like how you would do while speaking to the customer. So basically the reply that's going to the customer is very humanly. The customer wouldn't even know that this was an AI generated reply. So that's how powerful ChatGPT is, and this is one of the billions use cases of ChatGPT. The idea behind this video is to just make you aware that These are some of the most powerful AI tools that can be used in our daily lives for almost everything. Right? We are not going to deep dive into how are we going to use it and what's going to be the problem and everything, because that will take the video to a whole different angle. Right now, we're only going to focus on what needs to be done and whether or not you're using these AI tools in 2025 or not. Well, so the next one is Nano Banana. We all know Nano Banana was recently launched and it went pretty viral. This is from Google. It's a very weird name, but it's basically a new image generation model. In fact, I believe it's the best image generation model that Google has recently launched. Nothing beats it, and it's precise, detailed, and insanely good at style. So again, if you're in your 20s, you can use it to generate a unique profile pictures or art to build your personal brand. Or maybe you're someone who's running an e-commerce store. What Nano Banana can do is it can create product mockups and ad creatives that will look studio shot. And trust me, I've tried this. All you have to do, just go to Gemini, log in with your normal Google, select the Nano Banana option and use your humany language. Use it like you're talking to a friend and it'll give you exactly what you need. The more creative and detailed your prompt is, the better. The more generalized and small it is, it's gonna be very, very, very far away from what you have in your mind. So be creative. Now let's say you're someone who's leading a team. What you can do is you can generate campaign visuals or presentation graphics that can impress your stakeholders. Or let's say you're running a home business. What you can do is you can design marketing flyers, social posts, and even packaging ideas, all for free without hiring a designer. I mean, this is 2025. There are a lot of things that you can do with these AI tools. It doesn't matter, again, I'm repeating, it doesn't matter where you're from or what you do. There's always a good use case of an AI tool in your life. And then comes VO3, and this is where it gets wild. So what VO3 does is it can turn text and images into cinematic videos. A lot of content that you see in your feed now, maybe on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whichever that you use, a lot of it is coming from VO3. Now, if you're someone who's trying to grow a page on TikTok, let's say, what you can do is you can type in a script and VO3 will draft a short reel for you. Again, remember, you have to be very creative. These are AI tools, and the more detailed and the better your prompt is, the higher the chances are the final output will be exactly how you or what you have in your mind. Or maybe you're someone who's running ads. So what you can do is you can instantly create product demo videos to test which one hooks the customer best. So let's say you're someone who's managing teams at work. One of the best things that you can do with VO3 is that you can use it to create training scenarios without, probably using an actor or, without filming those scenarios. You can simply use the right prompt and create training scenarios. And trust me, they're going to be really, really helpful for you. The next one is Runway Gen 3. Now you might be wondering why use Runway when we can use VO3. But you see that there's a huge difference, and the difference is that Runway is amazing for fast creative prototyping. So let me give you an example for this. Let's say you're a creator. What you can do is you can test 3 different video hook ideas before recording. Or maybe you're a marketer. So what you can do is you can mock up ad clips for clients in hours. Otherwise it takes weeks, but this can be done in hours. Or maybe you're a shop owner. What you can do is you can make quick how to use product reels without any expensive gear. And trust me, Runway's quality is one of the best in the market right now. The next one is one of my favorites, Perplexity. Best AI tool in the market right now for any kind of deep research. So it's like your research buddy, I swear. And what it does is it gives you the answers with the sources. Ask it n number of questions. Any answers that it's giving you, it'll give you a source with it, which means it's factually correct. It's not just bluff. You can actually argue with people based on the information that Perplexity gives you. So as a student, what you can do is you can use it to probably get essays with citations. If you're someone who's a startup founder, you can use it for competitor reports, and it'll be done in minutes, not days, in minutes. Or let's say you're an executive level in your company and you attend a lot of board meetings. What you can do is you can use its deep research mode to prep one-page briefs for your meetings. And trust me, everybody in that room is going to get blown away. Believe it or not, but I've seen non-profits use it to get data for grant applications. The next one is DeepL Write Pro, and as the name goes, what it does is it makes your words sharp without losing your voice. Some of the good use cases would be that you can polish your internship cover letters, or maybe you can use it to rewrite product copies in different tones, so you can probably do the A and B testing. Again, you can even use it to polish your executive reports, and if you're a business owner, you can probably use it to translate and polish posts for different audiences. So the next one is Synthesia or Synthesia. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, or whichever way you wish to pronounce, but if you ever wish to clone yourself, this is the place for you. And it's pretty much like HeyGen, if you have heard about HeyGen. Now, let's say you're a course creator, what you can do is you can film intros in multiple languages. Or if you're a salesperson, what you can do is you can send personalized sales videos at scale. Or maybe an HR manager who can probably roll out training videos consistently across offices. And then comes Gamma AI, which is basically PowerPoint on steroids. If you're someone who's a college going student, you can use it to turn a class project outline into a professional deck. Or maybe if you're someone who's just founded a new company, you can draft investor decks overnight. Or maybe if you're someone who's managing the stakeholder reports at your firm, you can use Gamma AI to make sure that those reports look pro-designed. And finally, Otter.ai, your AI note taker. So maybe you can record lectures and get searchable notes using that, or probably capture objections in sales call and autograph follow-ups. This is very powerful. Imagine capturing objections while you're making a sale. Maybe you're a manager and you can use it to track action items so nothing falls through. You can even use it for that. And one of the coolest use cases of Otter.ai, which is personally one of my favorites, is that it can join your Zoom calls, especially if you're someone who's running remote teams and you hop into a lot of Zoom calls. Otter can join the Zoom calls and it can email you the summary of the Zoom call. Now remember what I said at the start of the video, it's not about the tools, it's about who controls them. Now if you control the tools, then they multiply your value, they save your time, and they amplify your work, and they make you the person who delivers. But if the tool is controlling you, or maybe someone else who's using the tool and you are not, then remember one thing, you will be one of the first to get replaced. Therefore, it is very important for you, for me, for everybody else who's watching this video, and it doesn't matter where you're from or what kind of work do you do, whether you work, whether you don't work, whether you have a business, whether you're broke or anything. AI is something that can help you rebuild your life right now. And if you think that AI is difficult, or if you're scared of AI, you don't have to be. Start small. These are just basic tools. They have a very easy understanding. Just go to the websites one by one and try it for yourself. Build your own workflows, learn step by step, and that's exactly how you stay in control. Now there's one thing, learning these tools, that's the easy part. Trust me, it's very easy. The hardest part is to decide whether you really want to dive into these next gen upgrades or not. Especially for millennials, for Gen X, people who are already into the workforce for more than a decade, it's really difficult to transit from one place to another. And before you even start, you're going to face a lot of mental roadblocks, a lot of resistance, a lot of doubts and fears. And until your mind is set, you will never give your 100%. And that's exactly what I've covered in my next video, which will show you how you can thrive in the AI era by reinventing yourself, by rewiring your thinking.